Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Taro, back with the monthly reading for Taurus. How are you doing, Taurus? Uploaded them, then it would have been too long. So I'm doing them live. So I hope that's okay. Next month they should be back to normal. Hi, Susan. Before I start the reading, I tapped that notification so fast, Nadine. Before I start the reading, I just want to say the prices are going up a little bit towards the end of this week, okay? But if anybody would like to book a reading with me before that, okay, I'm going to wait until next weekend. There is an offer on at the moment that I put on for the Blue Moon, and the old prices are still sort of available at this minute. They don't have to be booked for this week, although I do have availability for this week if anybody wants it. I had it blocked out because I was meant to be going back to England, and now I'm not going back to England, so I've opened them up today. Okay, so like I say, they do get booked pretty quick. So if you do want a personal reading, then get in quick. Okay, and then I can connect with you. So that's it, business out of the way. I hate that part of it. So what I'm going to do, there's a few people coming in the room there. That's it. Hi, Nadine, Susan, Nancy, Cassandra. It's quite nice. I mean, I will do some more lives, I think, this week because I like to be able to communicate with you. But when I'm doing monthlies and when I start the reading, a lot of people have complained that I start talking to other people in the middle of it. And, I can understand, I mean, some people just complain for anything, but it's like I say, I do respect that as well. So, what I'm going to do, Taurus, is I'm going to go straight into what I'm picking up psychically when I was tuning in for you before I do your cards. And the first thing I got when I was tuning in was I got the song "I Get By with a Little Help from Friends." That came in. Some people say the Beatles, but it was Joe Cocker as well, wasn't it? I don't know which one originally recorded it, but that was the song that came in. And I feel you need some integration at the moment, okay? I really feel you need your friends around you. You need a little bit fun. You need them to hold space for you, okay? Because I don't think things have been that easy for Taurus. I mean, these signs, all of the signs, I think I've only got Cancer to do. They've been crazy. It's the energies, or it's been like a roller coaster even reading these cards. So it's the energies are bizarre at the moment, but there's a lot for us to learn in this. So this is what I think. I really feel you need balance brought in, and I feel you will get that by being around your friends, people that you trust. Okay, like your real sort of having that community as well. Okay, I think that is very important for you. Having that connection with friends. I think that is massively important for you this month, Taurus, because what I'm feeling is there is a temptation here for you. Okay, now I don't know what this is, but I'm also almost getting a little bit anxious with this, and it's almost like I don't know. You could be playing with fire in a way, or you could be having thoughts of doing something that is quite detrimental to you. Now, I don't mean anything. Sorry, that came out really wrong. I don't mean anything in a bad way. What I'm meaning is you could be drinking too much. You could be indulging in something that is not going to indulge you. Okay, but I almost feel like I feel this is a kickback. It's something. Okay, I feel there's a situation around that has upset you in some way, and it's almost like you want a distraction from it, so you are going off to self-sabotage. Okay, whereas like I say, your friends will keep you on the straight and narrow. They will rein you in. Okay, so that this is it. When we realize what our weaknesses are, okay, whenever there's temptation, it's always because we have a weakness around something. And whenever we realize, what our weaknesses are, and we realize why we run to them at a time when we are not feeling good, then they sort of lose our power. So once we recognize them, and once we actually sort of face them and say, right, okay, I'm more powerful than you. I'm not going to go down that route again. It's almost like they dissolve, a bit like the witch in the Wizard of Oz, when she gets the water poured on her, and that's it. We are anything that we are tempted by, or anything we are addicted to, or anything like that. We always have the power. Okay, so this is what we need. We need to realize. So that's what I was picking in psychically, and I do think your friends will help you do that. Okay. So I'm going to get on with your reading now. And what I feel that there's quite a lot of healing to do for you this month, Taurus. Okay. I'm feeling quite empty. I'm feeling quite alone. I'm feeling quite sad when I'm tuning into your energy. It's almost like I feel there's some worried thoughts there. There's some emotional pain of some sort is coming through with this, and I feel this could be connected to your heart chakra as well. Okay, it's not. Well, yeah, I do think it could be broken, or if somebody has broken it, or this could come in this month. So it's almost like I want you to tune into to spirit, or I want you to use your top, your like your third eye and your crown chakra. These are the most important at the moment, okay? Because your heart is, like I say, your heart is hurting in some way, but your intuition is kind of like, because I feel somebody walk away from you, or you have to turn your back on somebody because there seems to be quite a toxic situation here. This could be somebody from the past, so it could be memories of the past that you really need now to put to bed. Um, or it's sort of, you need to remove somebody from your life because I feel that they are quite toxic, and I feel this is where the healing is needed. Okay, I do feel some of you will experience breakups this month, or the after effects of breakups. The pain of a breakup, or the emotional pain, but. By tackling it, like I said before, this is almost like we're taking the sword out. When the sword is still in and we're feeling that pain, we cannot heal. It is stopping us from healing. So we need to sort of, it's almost like a band-aid, when you've got to rip the band-aid off, and it's going to hurt. But if you just do it in little bits, the hurt prolongs. And this is what we don't want to do, because I feel that a lot of you have been, experiencing this pain for quite some time. I really feel this is time for you to rest and recharge, Taurus. Okay, this month, it's almost like, you really need to put them burdens down that you've been carrying. If anybody's been putting responsibilities on you, or you're feeling responsible for anybody else and their happiness, you're not. You're only responsible for your own happiness, okay? And I feel that you've been given energy to someone or a situation where you haven't been getting back, okay? So it's almost like when we are in a healthy relationship, whether this be with friends, with family members, with a partner, whatever, it is constantly, flowing. So we are giving, but we're receiving. We're giving, so we're receiving. So our cup is constantly getting filled, okay? When we are giving, and not receiving anything back, this is when we can get empty and we can get depleted, okay? So this is what I feel has happened. So this is why I really feel it's time to take time out to rest, to recuperate as well. I don't know if some of you have been having problems around the stomach area, or like heartburn or something like that, indigestion. I'm feeling that just a little bit below my heart. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's almost like, yeah, when you sort of see your self-worth, when you know this, okay, it's like you've been to battle. There's battle scars there, I feel, Taurus. But when you realize that somebody who sees your worth would not cause this amount of pain, this is when you can move on, and you can move on with your head held high, okay? I know there's sadness, I know there's disappointment, and this is why they're saying, get around your friends. Your friends are, they've done it. It's hundreds of times for me. It's like your friends will, sing your song back to you when you've forgotten the words. Your friends will give you strength. They will be your strength, but they will also make you tap into your own strength as well, and realize how strong you are. Because yes, your heart might be broken, but broken things can be fixed, and your heart is still beating, and it will carry on, and it will love again, Taurus. Okay, this is what they want me to say to you. I feel some of you, there is somebody, this person that I'm talking about, it's toxic, and I feel that you can't trust them. Okay, there is somebody around you who is being sneaky. They're being deceitful around you. Okay, and they're trying to cover their tracks. But it's almost like this, but then they could be saying to you, "Oh, you're paranoid," or something like that. Okay, there seems to be a conniving coming in with this, and I don't like it. And it's almost like I want to say to you, you need to block this person off, okay? Or somebody be blocking you. Somebody block you from the phone, block you from whatever. They're doing you a favor, okay? So don't get upset about this. So, this is a time where you need to look at what you have got, okay? Look at what you have got within you. You have got resilience, like I say, you have got a good heart. You can love, Taurus is always usually funny as well. My dad's a Taurus, and I think he thinks he's funnier than what he actually is. But I have very good friends who are Taurus as well. So you need to look at all the qualities within yourself that your friends love about you, okay? Because your friends don't want anything back from you. They're not taken from you, they're given as well. So, like I say, ask your friends about your qualities. This is why you need them to be around, because they need to build you up, because I feel somebody has been pulling you down. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. I feel there is a fire sign around, okay? And I feel this person is fire or fiery. And it's almost like I feel you need to protect from them. It's like this person can go hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, and it's almost like you're walking on eggshells because you don't know, what is going in. It's not balanced, it's like you're trying to mix. It's like mixing, oil and water. It's not going to happen. It might happen for a second, but then it goes apart again. And this is what, I'm saying to you. This is not right. This is never going to work, okay? And you need to free yourself from this straight away. Because, like I say, there are things for you to do, Taurus. There are experiences for you to have. There is laughter for you, and there is life to enjoy, okay? So it's almost like I want you to put on this protection armor, and I want you to say, right, I'm going forward. I don't know what's there, but I know it's better than where I've been. A lot of talking coming in, but I feel like I feel this is around friends, and I feel like there could be somebody around you. Okay, this person is about. I like this person's energy. They're a little bit different, Some people might say wacky. I hate the word wacky. If anybody watched Timmy Mallet when we were kids, I think that put me off the word wacky forever, but I don't know why they've given me it there. But yeah, wacky, quirky, somebody who is going to make you laugh. It's almost like they can make you laugh through the tears. And I feel this person is in your life, or is going to come into your life, and it's going to make you see the joy in life as well. Because, like I say, you are struggling a little bit, Taurus. Things are getting a little bit tough. You're trying not to see it's almost like you're trying not to see the positive, okay, in this. It's because, like I say, when we're heartbroken, we always look and think, God, that person was the love of my life. Life is just terrible without them. I do with cigarettes. Every time I attempt to stop smoking, I feel like something's missing, and oh God, my life, I'm never going to be happy again because I haven't got a cigarette. That's absolutely silly. Look at how many times we've been heartbroken in the past, and like I say, we go and we love again. So this loss that you're getting here, or this loss, is not a loss in any way. It's actually a real gain, because there is much better for you as well. I feel that there could be another earth sign coming in around you as well. This could be around about the summer months, okay? This earth sign could be somebody who is just going to be an advisor to you, somebody who's going to be there for you, or it could be in an emotional sense, okay? It could be somebody new coming in. But this person is grounded, okay? This person is grounded. They're not toxic. They're very balanced within themselves, okay? And they will be there to support you, okay? So whatever you're given, because you're earth as well, whatever you're giving out, you will get back as well, okay? And like I say, I really feel once you get over this hurdle of, you really need to change your thinking, Taurus, because once you get over this hurdle of, oh, my life, I'm never going to be happy again. And once you start to switch it and go, all right, okay, I've been freed up to be happy. This is when you will actually look at your life and think, you know what, my life is pretty good. Because the way I'm looking at this relationship that I'm seeing, it's almost like you weren't happy in it. You couldn't be yourself. You were watching your every word, watching your every move, walking on eggshells, walking on broken glass. It wasn't pleasant. Your head is just telling you that it is, okay? So it's like I say, switch it, realize, hold on, that is somewhere I don't want to go. I don't want to go back there. You know, I want to go where I'm walking on, you know, walking on cut grass and, you know, feeling free and feeling like I can breathe, okay? This is what is coming in. So the confusion is in here. That was a comfort. I feel they're telling me here that that was a bit of a comfort zone. It was something you'd grown used to. It was a habit. It was a bad habit, a dirty habit, like smoking this. I'm really concerned. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a little white bit on a lip there, and it's been there for a couple of months, and it's exactly where I put a cigarette. And I really need to get it seen to. So sorry, that's the first time I've actually admitted that there. Right, okay. Right, okay. That's I need to get it seen. So yeah, so this is, you know, it was a comfort for you, and your comfort zone, nothing ever grows there, okay? There is much bigger and better fish for you to fry, Taurus. And I feel the second you step away and make this decision to say, right, okay, I'm not going to put up with any of the bullshit anymore. I'm not going to put up with any of the lies. I don't feel secure in this, okay? Even though you might say that you are, when you look at it and look at it truthfully. Like I say, you know, we talked about temptation in the beginning of this reading, and that is saying, you know, it's a weakness for you. But once you recognize that weakness, you realize it has no power over you. Okay, so you've got to let that tower fall. You've got to let the past fall away, okay? You cannot stay in a relationship just because of nostalgia. Somebody once said to me, you know, you wouldn't, what was it? You wouldn't keep a chive on your tooth just because you enjoyed last night's potatoes. That really made me laugh. And this is what I'm getting. This change is coming. You need to look at how things are, not how they were. Okay, because like I say, we all have this honeymoon period where everything's great, but look at the reality, because I feel there was something very toxic here. You know, there's a lot of work for you to do within work, and I feel this could have been actually affecting your work. Okay, this sort of relationship, and it is affecting your happiness. Okay, so I feel you let this go, you go down the path of the unknown rather than the known, you know, and this is where your happiness will be. I do think there's new love for you. I do think there's good around work for you. You need to protect yourself. This person, sorry, I don't want to keep going on about them because I don't like their energy, but they're just telling me this before I finish this reading. This person is manipulative. They are conniving. They are calculating. They're not nice. I don't like them. I really don't like them. They are very cutting with their words, and they are very clever with it as well. It's not like you can make the excuse, sorry, that this person doesn't know what they're doing. This person knows exactly what they're doing. And just because we are hurting does not mean that we go out and hurt other people. You know, if everybody in the world understood that, if we taught that in schools, the world would be a very different place. You know, yes, people have pain. You know, we've all had stuff happen to us in our past and stuff like that, but you do not, you know, go out and hurt somebody else just because you are hurting. You know, that is, it's a no-no. Okay? I'm not talking about you here, Taurus. I'm talking about the person who's around or the energies that's around. New beginning, transformation for you. Let the old, in fact, I want to say here, throw the trash out, okay? Throw the trash out, because that's what it is. They're getting very stern with it here. Don't go back. There's no going back here, Taurus. Okay, I really, you need to look to your future. There's a bright future. In fact, go and invest in a pair of new sunglasses, get a new pair of shades, because your future is very bright. But, you know, leave this dark energy behind. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to pull a spirit card for you when I can find them. There they are, and see what spirit have to say. So I hope that made sense to any of you, Taurus. God, I've got one more to do, and I will be so pleased. I have been on a roller coaster today. I really have with these readings. But like I say, we have the blue moon energy, and you know, it is always there to help us. But God, does it show us? It shows, it illuminates them dark corners. Oh, thank you, Nadine. I'm pleased that you thought it was amazing. You know, I never, when I read, I don't sugarcoat, okay? This is even in personal readings, because, you know, sometimes the truth hurts, but, you know, a lie hurts even more. And I was always told I was born without the ability to lie, you know? And, but I always help you to see the good in it rather than just, oh, somebody's walking away. No, why are they walking away? You know, this is with readings, I like to delve deep so that you get more of an understanding, you know, and that's it, because that's the way I like to be read for as well. You know, I like to understand. It's all very well saying this, but then it's like, yeah, but why? Let me understand. When we understand, then we can process it, and it's easier to let go. Okay. And when we realize the pain is a part of life as well, you know, it is a part of life, and it is an opportunity for us to grow pain as well. Okay, spirit card for Taurus. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I think it's that one, isn't it? I think it's that one. I always, with them ones, I like to shuffle them until one pops out. So, right, okay, this is inspiration. And this is such a beautiful card. And it's saying, your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of me. This is what I was saying. You know, your friends love you because of who you are. And it's saying you will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. That is beautiful because, you know, they say there, who was it? I don't know, I think it was the Yogi Bhajan said, when you're feeling helpless, help someone, you know? So this is it. Like I say, you don't hurt someone if you're feeling helpless. You go out and you help somebody, and then you realize, you know, that, you know, you can do it. And there are some people worse off. And this is it, you know, you have a beautiful heart, Taurus, and in helping people, you help yourself. I remember once I was going through a pretty tough emotional time with my life a few years ago, and I spoke to one of the teachers because I stopped reading. And I said, look, I can't read because, you know, I am going through this. My head's not straight. How can I read for somebody else? You know, I can't read when I'm, you know, in this space. And teacher said, this is exactly when you need to read, because when you are helping somebody else, there will be a message in that reading for you. And that day I read for somebody, and the message that came through for me in that reading while I was saying the words to them was like, it's helped me so much, you know. So I got helped by helping somebody else, you know, and in healing others, we heal ourselves. So that's kind of beautiful, isn't it, Taurus? You know, oh God, I love Taurus. I'm going to give you all a big, big hug there. You know, I'm sending a hug through here. Right, okay, so I hope that made sense to some of you. Like I say, if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch. The link is below there, and I would love to connect with you as well. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous month, and please know your worth, Taurus. Okay, you are a beautiful being, and like I say, believe that yourself. Satnam.